Congressman Tim Burchett. Congressman, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. First of all, I'd just like to say my condolences to Don Young, longest serving Republican member of Congress, elected in 1973, passed away tonight.
Legendary figure. We'll talk a little bit more about the congressman later, but thank you for mentioning that right off the bat. So let's start now with Ukraine. Here's House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
President Biden has done a masterful job in managing this situation in a way that is collaborative, not condescending or dictating, but collaborative.
Do you agree with her assessment?
I'd say it's a little late. We got out of the oil business. We allowed Russia into the oil business. We canceled the Keystone Pipeline. That was over 1 million barrels a day. And we're importing 405,000 barrels of Russian oil a day. I just think it's a little too late. We are just playing catch up. This should have never happened. It was 100% preventable if we would have continued to export petroleum like we did during the Trump administration. But the woke agenda really has taken over. A very small minority of House members, I believe, are controlling the direction of our country right now, and that is a very scary thought.
Let's follow up on energy. Millions of Americans dealing with sticker shock at the gas station these days. What should the president do on the energy front right now?
Well, they're not telling the truth. They're actually lying, is what they're doing. They're saying that we've got plenty of wells permitted. The trouble is we don't have the pipelines permitted. There's no way to carry the fuel. He needs to quit with the double talk and allow the American economy to take hold of this situation, because if you do that, it'll do us several things. It will allow our European friends to stop buying fuel from our enemy, which is Russia. And it will also provide American jobs, and it will also help our economy, which we're suffering now from incredible inflation right now. I mean, look at the price at the pumps. Gas is in 2020 it was around $2 a gallon. Now it's up around $5 a gallon. A barrel of oil is I believe $104 today, $104.70 I think. Several years ago, it was during the Trump administration, we were seeing $17 to $20 a barrel. I mean, it's out of control, and he is 100% at fault for that.
The big development of the day, President Biden's nearly 2-hour video call with China's President Xi. Here's White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki's assessment.
The call was not about making asks. It wasn't about making assessments. It was about having an ongoing discussion and dialogue about the illegal invasion, or the invasion of Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. It's going to be up to President Xi and the Chinese to determine what role they're going to play moving forward.
As a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, well, there's the Chinese readout of the call. Quote, Biden reiterated that the U.S. does not seek a new Cold War with China. It does not aim to change China's system. The revitalization of its alliances is not targeted at China. The U.S. does not support Taiwan independence, and it has no intention to seek a conflict with China. Congressman, as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, what's your reaction?
I would say China's playing the long ball. You know, we're sitting here playing pool, and we're looking at the cue ball and the next ball they're hitting. China's looking at 3 or 4 balls down the row. They're looking at Taiwan. They're looking at our supply chain issues. They're looking at all the maneuvers that we make right now and all the coalitions that we have. And they will move on Taiwan because they see the weakness. They see our weakness in allowing Russia to negotiate with Iran. They've just all the way across the board, our diplomatic ties across this world have been greatly deteriorated in this administration. And I feel like they're just using this as a laboratory experiment. I don't trust China. I don't think that they have our best interests at heart, and I would think that the president should know that too. But I'm afraid he doesn't. I'm afraid we're going to get right back into it when they try to move on Taiwan.